What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal, and we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today, we talking fight news. Alright, people, I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and we're going to start doing fight news for the day. You know, it's not just going to be all focused on one fighter anymore. So, I'm going to do a compilation of the day's fight news, my breakdowns, and the best highlights of the day. And today we're going to kick it off with Kell Brook. There's big news surrounding his career and potential fights within his career. I end the show off with Manny Pacquiao. So for all the Manny Pacquiao fans, please stick around to the end. I will be doing Manny Pacquiao fight news as well. So, you know, just stay tuned, man. Alright, you know, as far as Kell Brook goes, man, I love Kell Brook as a fighter. I followed his career for at least, you know, the past eight years, I would say, at least, for the past 8 years. And, you know, I've watched his growth and his potential. And over the last 3 years, I feel like his career has been stagnated because of this American fight. And, you know, them never being able to put the American fight together. And in boxing nowadays, it seems like, you know, so goes the money, so goes the boxer. It's not so goes the fan, so goes, you know, because for some reason, fans, even though we are the ones who generate the revenue for boxers, we don't dictate fights anymore. You know, they're not making fights for our benefit anymore. They're making fights for the benefit of the promoter and the boxer. You know, it's just to kind of move the boxer's career forward nowadays. And I feel like Amir Khan is one of those guys who kind of took the Floyd Mayweather path, and he's deciding to, unlike Mayweather, I'm not comparing him to Mayweather as far as a fighter, but I'm comparing his businessman to Mayweather as a fighter. He's one of those guys who he wants to take the highest paid fight, even though Mayweather wins all his high paid fights. But Amir Khan seems to be willing to take high-paid fights and be brutally knocked out for those fights, instead of taking fan-friendly fights and cementing his career. And I'm just gonna leave it there. You know, there's some news surrounding Amir Khan, some breaking news about Amir Khan going on right now. So I'm just go ahead and read this off for you guys real fast. Amir Khan says Kell Brook's last performance derailed plans for a bumper domestic clash. And, you know, I said that in my last video regarding Kell Brook's possible fight with Jeff Horn. If you haven't checked that out, you know, I'll put it in the end cards, you know, so it'll be right here at the end of the video, so if you want to check it out. But I was speaking about, you know, how the announcers during that fight kind of rode Kell Brook pretty hard about his performance. Even though he was beating the snot out of Zarafa, I don't understand why nobody was giving him credit for his performance. They were saying it wasn't a normal Brook performance. He don't deserve a American fight. You know, he should retire. They were saying all this type of stuff. And now with Khan coming out and saying what he's saying, that the last performance is what derailed, it just lets me know that there are politics at play here. You know, the money players, for some reason, don't want to see Kell Brook rise. You know, I think it's because Amir Khan is a bigger star in the EU than Kell Brook is. But I think Kell Brook is a better boxer than Amir Khan is. And he could take a better punch at 147 pounds. So I'm guessing that the money investors in the EU don't want to invest as much into Kell as they want to invest into Khan. So they're more inclined to speak a little trashiest about Kell Brook than they are about Amir Khan. Put it that way. And from the way they announced that fight to now Khan saying this, it kind of just lets me know that there's some fishiness going on. Let's just read a little bit from this. This is Sky Sports. Let's just read a little bit of this. The British rivals were unable to finally agree a fight as Khan opted to challenge Crawford for the WBO welterweight title on April 20th, a venue to be announced. Okay, let's swing down. I don't want to read the whole article. I just feel that this has got the world title on the line. He's pound for pound up there as one of the best pound for pound fighters, Khan told Sky Sports. The Kell Brook fight is there still after his last performance. It was such a bad performance. His last fight, I just thought it may be even hurt the fight between us. That's a ducking statement. He saw the way he beat the snot out of Zarafa, and he don't want it. He don't want that smoke. He understands that there's not enough money on the line for the Kell Brook fight, and there's a potential of him getting knocked out by Kell Brook, and he can go make twice the money to get knocked out by Terrence Crawford. And that's just the truth, you know. Whether people want to accept it for that, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? That is the bare bones truth. And you can take that statement he just made as a ducking statement. He's basically saying, well, I don't have to fight you because you're not worth enough. And, you know, that's not a fair statement to make about a fighter like Kell Brook. You know, that's not a fair statement. Amir Khan is simply chasing money and not chasing legacy. And we're going to leave the Amir Khan portion of fight news there for tonight. Amir Khan, Kell Brook. We're going to touch on this possible Kell Brook Jeff Horn fight real fast. And there's some news surrounding that, so I'll read off a little bit of this article real fast. This is formnews.com.au. And that's the article is manager Jeff Horn chasing fight against Kell Brook. Alright, let's find a portion of this that we want to. Brook, 32, was hoping to land a fight with longtime rival Amir Khan, but that fell through as Khan has decided to face Crawford in April. Alright, they're not really, I don't want to give away the whole article, but Horn is reportedly chasing a fight against Brook, 38-26 at 154 pounds. Wow. And according to the Australian's promoter, Dean Longan is willing to travel to Britain for a showdown in May. It's pretty interesting. So I guess Jeff Horn is moving up in weight. He's getting at it because, I mean, he's a big guy, so it's probably hard for him to make 147 pounds. And then he's in there headbutting everybody, so. But we're going to leave it there. You know, I'm pretty sure Kell Brook would be fighting Jeff Horn and not Jesse Vargas, since he's not getting that kind of fight. So I think we can move on and now do a little bit of Manny Pacquiao news. Let's see what's going on with Pac-Man. Alrighty, today's headlines. Eddie Hearn trashes Pacquiao Broner. Let's see what Eddie Hearn is salty about. Okay. This is Boxing 24. Boxing News 24, excuse me. Let's get it right. Make sure they don't strike my video down. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing USA, The Zone, says Manny Pacquiao is a faded fighter, and his opponent for this Saturday, Adrian Broner, has a poor discipline and gets beat each time he steps up against against better opposition. As far as Hearn's concerned, the Pacquiao versus Broner fight does nothing for him. Hearn prefers the March 16th fight between IBF welterweight champion Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia. That is an interesting fight, says Hearn. Wow, what a mouthful of gold. Eddie Hearn just dropped out this, man. Eddie Hearn's a character, man. Interesting that he would say that after just meeting with Pacquiao less than 3 months ago. It's crazy how people treat Manny Pacquiao, man. It's almost like he's good for you when he's making you money, but it's good to trash him when he's not making you. I just don't get it, man. You know, Pacquiao's such a likable guy. I don't get how, so many people pat him on the back and then kick him when they're not in front of him. You know what I'm saying? So, I just don't get it, man. That's a strong statement by Eddie Hearn. I feel like this is a good matchup. I feel like Pacquiao is Mufasa, and Adrian Broner wants to be Simba, and we're gonna see, which lion really rules the jungle this Saturday night, man. And we're gonna move on, and from this fight, hopefully, with Pacquiao victorious and able to bring Team Pacquiao a few more amazing fights before he decides to retire. Let's try to touch on one more Pacquiao topic for the day. Okay, here's a good one. World Boxing News. Shout out to World Boxing News. Manny Pacquiao discloses the reason he continues to fight at 40 years old. Manny Pacquiao is gearing up for what will be the 70th professional contest of his career this Saturday night in Las Vegas. Yes, you heard me right. This man, we ain't talking about the amateur fights he had in the Philippines. It had 70 professional boxing fights. This is why I love classic fighters. The yesteryear fighters. The fighters that fought for 15 rounds. It's because not only did they fight for 15 rounds, 3 rounds longer than a championship fight now, and not only could they endure more physical, and not only could they endure more mental, and not only did they have more skill set, but these guys had 170 fights, 150 fights, 130 fights, 120 fights. These guys were seasoned professionals. Not like today where we place guys up on a pedestal after 15 fights or after 25 fights. Or we say this basketball player is the best in the world because he can jump higher than the last guy you thought was the best in the world. But, we have to base greatness off of great accomplishments, not off of placing people upon pedestals. And just to think about that for a second, man, 70 professional fights is ridiculous. Alright, Adrian Broner will be in the opposite corner as the 8th Division World Champion legend makes his return to the boxing world, MGM Grand Arena. Pacquiao turned 40 last month, and there are many questions as to how long the Filipino senator can carry on fighting. Speaking prior to Tuesday's grand arrivals, Pacquiao revealed he no longer desires to build on his boxing legacy. I'm still passionate about the sport of boxing, and boxing is my passion. That's why I'm still here. Continuing fighting, said Pacquiao. I really love boxing, and that's why I always excited. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose. They quoted him. They put an exact quote. It should have been, is why I always am excited. I am preparing for my fight to be settled on January 19th, he continued, talking about accomplishments. I really have accomplished what I want to accomplish in my life. What I want to do is to maintain and stay at this level. And we'll end it there, man. If you want to check that out again, that's World Boxing News. Shout out to y'all. You know, Manny Pacquiao exudes greatness, and he's on a level of excellence in boxing very few will ever achieve, and very few inspired to achieve. You know, it's great for fans. It's great for me as a fan. I can't wait for this fight. You know, it's got me, you know, with a win, thinking about fantasy fights. With a loss, you know, willing to still appreciate what Pacquiao's brought to the game, man. You know, even if he loses, you know, we love Manny Pacquiao as a boxer. We love Manny Pacquiao, period, man. So, win or lose this Saturday night, man, you know, let's remain boxing fans. Let's remain Pacquiao fans. If you need any boxing gear, hit that description box. I will also be pinning some comments down below about boxing t-shirts, Pacquiao t-shirts for the fight. I'm going to do some specialty t-shirts that you can pick up for the fight. And I have some boxing gear linked down there in the comment section. If you want to hit me up about a collab, head on over to the community section. Man, check out these videos right here, man. Check them out for me. You know, hit that like button if I'm mad. If you know any homeless people, man, it's cold outside. Give them 1 minute of your life, because it might turn around, and it might turn around again, and God might bless you for that, man. So, don't forget to help people. You know, don't forget to help people, man. If you ain't got nothing else to talk about, just tell them about boxing. Ali Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red. We out here.